The scripts in today's tutorial will be in the description. Let's not waste time, let's jump straight into the action. Hello everyone and welcome back to this tutorial. Hope you guys have been fine and safe. Today we're going to be going over variable arguments. It's available for most languages, especially Python. To make it short, variable arguments in Squirrel are 3 dots. It is a pseudo array, so it is an array but it doesn't act like an array. You can't do any array operations that you'd normally do, like mapping. You can still access a pseudo array, but you need to do it in a specific way. To get the length of the pseudo array, we have to do var gc, which will hold the length, and to access it directly, you need to index it with var gv, and then the index. This first function is add, and will hold total, which should be 0 initially. Then we iterate through the whatever amount will be here. We add whatever in the index at that current time into total, and then we call the global print function. If you're using Half-Life or Counter-Strike, you can just do printl and minus this. But since I'm working with actual Squirrel, I'm going to actually call it directly. This would just add sums up to the total and then the new line escape case. The second function is sub. Does the same as add. This time we just subtract whatever is in the index in var gv at that current time, and then we do sums up to then the total. And then we can do something like we can do in Python. Yet again, we need to use 3 dots to let this know that this is a variable argument. We have to yet again specify the size of it by using var gc. And then what we're doing instead is, notice as now we're working with a string. We can still use the plus operator and then bind it to there. And at the end, we will add the new line escape case, and yet again we call the predefined global print function. 2 dots mean this is the global case, this is accessible to all scripts. And then we call in our function here. Then we call our variable string, which is declared within the scope of the function. One side to note is variable arguments have to be at the last parameter. So doing this would not work, as it doesn't know how long the var arguments are. Hence why you always need to do it at the end of the parameter list or argument list. Here is an example of declaring a variable argument. We have lots of commas with different values, which would be the array. And then we do our custom printl, which does concatenations with various things. We can even spice some things up with some maths. As you see, here is the output. All these numbers from 1 to 10 will add up to 55. And as you would suggest, the same thing but subtracting it will go to negative 55. We have a string concatenation with an expression value at the end with an exclamation mark. So this tutorial won't be that long because variable arguments are somewhat easy to understand. I might go over the basics of Squirrel yet again, or I might do how to publish a map for everyone to use. So stay tuned, and I hopefully will make more Squirrel videos soon, so stay safe and goodbye.